Tidak berbahagia. Oke, we're back. So first thing first. Bentar, gue tadi mau kemana sih? Oh, ke atas. Mau ke itu. Apa sih namanya? Nah ini. Cerpoti dulu. Oh tidak kau bodoh hembo yeah, yeah. Oh. Elegy of the End. Oh, Fenty ya, dan kedua. Nggak deh.
Once there was a glorious kingdom.
Nggak ada apa juga sih dah. Ini jadi weekly nggak sih? Weekly sih, pecah banget. Lagi jika tenang. Oh tidak ku bodoh hembok
Shine down, torn to oblivion. All hail. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered.
Oh tidak ku bodoh hembok lah lah. Nah, inilah udah bener-bener. DVD. Nah, bukan. Waduh. Eh.
There is no let the show begin. Propagate. No touching. Now you shall perish. Shine down. For Rex Lapis, born of ice and frost. Let's dance. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Salah. Yang goblok ada orang nih. Kesel banget denger bacanya. Mau ketabok. 어디라고보다 행복해 yeah, yeah. Udah. Oh, nanti kayak gue sih bawa mobil deh. Waduh.
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the office.
This girl. She's the girl. Don't touch. Tidak lupakan bapaknya gila. Nggak bercanda. Touch. Oh ini.
No touching. Motion to compel. Scatter. Horn of ice. Blaze over.
Tiga. Selamat malam dong, kayak halo, selamat malam. Yep. Gue mau ngapain? Oke, kita melanjutkan apa yang sudah dilanjutkan, which is
Hand this work over to the elephant.
wow. Oh. Oh tidak kau buta Back to the original si OG.
What is the situation?
The situation is good. It's fine. Like girl. That's fine. That will be fine. Like girl.
Happy to apply. Spring forth. Shine down. Horn of ice and frost. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Meet again.
Hey. Walah. Mak. Kok aneh sih? Waduh. Jatuh. Gue capek-capek nyari lot palo, terus dia minta 5 lagi, kurang ajar. Dan marah-marah nggak bisa. Give Kurosh. 어디라도보다 행복해. 전명들 하지마 바데 야 잡자마자 이제 그만해 넌 알아두는 게 아니야 그 저번에 저를 던진다 aku baca nanti dulu pagi dulu. Ridu ansundang baru segala you are a criminal no you are so imminent para get gone shy yo you got jump aduh
The world remains constant over the centuries. human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Is she infiltrate her?
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say. Paimon's starting to feel kinda nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You...
Okay then. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Are you sure?
Well, actually...
Huh, I see. I imagine that must be...
So,
Ije Balatoya.
voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been...
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how...
I hear you. No, the gods are asking, Sataria,
Why haven't I gone home?
Sataria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question.
I'm sorry. I know it. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right...
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait! Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too. Well done. Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida, it seems like all I know are some abstract Harabatop theories. Anyway, enough of that.
Mari kita kejar Setaria.
Cute. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of... Oh, right. Your old man's... Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. Actually, while we're talking about him...
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet... He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him...
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray this.
Akeem? You don't mean... You...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Oh, I had no idea you'd be so good at this. You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to carry a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going. Come on! Sataria's already started
Aduh.
with Shishan!
Aduh, hilang.
So, Shishan, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report...
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly trick...
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You.
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her. She can no longer justify ever. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! This is the most important part.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Macho.
Please, try to remain calm, miss.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you God himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sumeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city. And even the sages are still quite wary of him.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks.
Percaya
After
no,
all,
aku kayak
I'm an
waduh.
assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side. The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Who deserves all the praise? Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch. Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars? No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Yang 24.00 berarti kita mundur ya. And that was
I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind. Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need... Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot... If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard. Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But, well,
Buat saya sini dulu karena harus gue siapin. Jadi sampai jumpa, setengah jam yang cukup menyenangkan. Dadah.